While the new year is approaching, we still have to tackle December 1st, so today we're going to have a look at 12 theme ideas for December. As always, each of these theme ideas are just ideas, as are the color palettes that I'm putting in with them. You can certainly change those up, but I have listed all of the materials in the description box along with the color codes if you want to recreate them. Each of the themes I picked is related to some kind of day of significance in December, and yes, there will be some Christmas related ideas, but I wanted to include some other ones that are a little bit fun, a little bit different. So now that our color palettes are on the page, let's have a look. The first theme idea we have for December is a bacon theme, and now that sounds like a pretty weird theme, honestly, and I didn't find a lot of inspiration online for bacon related bullet journal themes, but I do think that if you paired it with eggs and made it kind of like a bacon and eggs theme, that'd be really cute. Bacon is super easy to draw if you're going with a kind of stylized version. You just need some wavy lines that are in a kind of darker red color, and then fill in the gaps with, I don't know, a fat color, a kind of paler pink tone. And then eggs, also super easy, just little blobs of yellow, and then putting a kind of amorphous ring around that for the white. And yes, this one is related to a national day of significance in December, because National Bacon Day is on December 30th. That one's certainly going on my calendar to celebrate. For our next theme idea, rather than drawing out the decoration myself, I'm using my Fomemo thermal printer. All I had to do was look up a coloring page related to the theme, and then print it out, stick it into my journal because it prints on sticker paper. This is a really nice way to do more detailed decoration in your journal without actually having to draw it yourself. The theme idea itself though is a cupcakes theme as related to National Cupcake Day, which is on December 15th. One of the really nice parts about a cupcake theme is that you can get really creative when it comes to the color palettes, because cupcakes come in effectively any color, and you could also make it related to some other kind of seasonal holiday, so maybe Christmas cupcakes if you celebrate Christmas, or if you have any other kind of holiday or day of significance during December, you could take some elements from that to inspire your decoration and the color palette for the cupcakes. Our next theme idea is a poinsettias theme, and I don't know about you, but these flowers always make me think of Christmas, probably because they're often used in decorations around Christmas time, and again, probably because the colors go very much with the Christmas theme. Regardless of whether you celebrate Christmas or otherwise though, these are beautiful flowers, and this tape from the washi tape shop meant that I didn't have to draw them in myself. For the decoration on this theme and the next two, I did use the tapes from the washi tape shop, and they currently have a Black Friday sale going on, so if you want to grab yourself some savings, then I've got links to all of the tapes that I used in the description box. We love savings. As said though, I did have to have some specifically Christmas themes related to this one, because Christmas as a theme can be done in such a wide variety of ways. That can probably be said for a lot of different holidays and celebrations, but the next three theme ideas we have are very specifically Christmas related. The first one being just a generic Christmas theme, so we're thinking about hanging baubles, candles, Christmas decorations, and Christmas foods. Or you can get a little bit more specific with your Christmas themes too. For instance, previously I've done a Christmas lights theme, which is one that is really nice and simple to draw because you just need a kind of winding string for the string of lights, and then effectively little pointed oval shapes that come off of that to represent the Christmas lights themselves. Our next Christmas theme idea though is that of a tree dressing theme. Tree dressing day is celebrated on the first weekend in December, and while I've done the decoration as if it's dressing up a Christmas tree, technically speaking this holiday isn't actually about dressing up Christmas trees specifically. You can see from some of the pictures that we have here that it's kind of about dressing up just trees in general, which means that if you don't celebrate Christmas, it doesn't actually have to be Christmas related at all. Our next theme idea though is one that I have done in my journal previously, and that's going with a gingerbread theme. I've in particular chosen gingerbread people. Even though I'm not very good at drawing gingerbread people, I feel like I probably need a little bit more practice to get their dimensions looking a little bit better. But for this, you could go with gingerbread people, like I've done here, or you could think about gingerbread houses, other gingerbread cookies. This one again is quite flexible in terms of color palette, because outside of the gingerbread, the type of icing people put on top of these can be any color. Typically, we'd go for something like just a brown and white combination, or then adding in the green and the red for typical Christmas colors. But it's a very good excuse to use your white gel pen if you just want to use craft paper cutouts and then white gel pen over the top to make a very pretty and elegant theme. Another fun holiday that we have in December though is International Cheetah Day. That one is celebrated on the 4th of December, and for the decoration in this one, rather than trying my hand at drawing the big cat, I thought I'd just focus on cheetah print. Now, yes, I did have to look up what cheetah print looked like, because I thought that what is actually leopard print was cheetah print. Cheetah print is specifically just kind of like spots of a darker color on a kind of tan background. But again, this is just a color palette idea. You can do whatever cheetah print you want. Whereas leopard print is the one that's a little bit more splotchy, kind of looks like a squashed macaroon. I don't know how to explain that. You can see from the picture here what I mean though. If you were wanting to do a leopard print theme rather than a cheetah print theme, then International Leopard Day is on May 3rd, but that doesn't mean you can't do it at any time of year. Another animal related theme is that of a monkeys theme, because Monkey Day is celebrated on December 14th. This is another one where I opted to use the thermal printer rather than drawing out the monkey myself. You can find lots of really good coloring pages for monkeys online. In terms of some good space fellas that come with this kind of a theme, you could have things like vines, things like bunches of bananas. I don't even know if monkeys actually eat bananas that much, but you pretty much always see a cartoon monkey with a banana. If you wanted to, you could focus on a specific monkey, so maybe like a Curious George theme, or maybe a specific type of monkey, like a spider monkey, or maybe you could get a little bit meta and do a theme of the monkeys, like the band, or maybe Spider Monkey in terms of Twilight. Though National Twilighters Day is celebrated on September 13th. Another theme that I wasn't going to try and draw out myself, so again decided to use some washi tape. This one comes from Journal Say, and if you wanted to grab a discount at their website, then you can use code JashiiCorrin. We love savings. But the reason I didn't want to draw it out is because the theme idea here is violins, and I've tried to draw a violin before, and it hasn't really gone so well for me. I do have a possibly sneaking suspicion that this might not even be a violin, but I'm going to take some creative license and I'm going to call it one here. National Violin Day is celebrated on the 13th of December, and while I do personally find violins hard to draw, you can probably find some really good tutorials online for how to do it. Just breaking it down into the basic shapes, and then adding in some little details here and there. But our next theme idea is that of a Crosswords theme, which is another one that is super approachable. It's effectively just little boxes that you put around letters. You can use it to put in your headers, try a challenge of doing a 1 word a day type thing, where each word has to build off one of the previous ones you have, or just use the boxes and blacked out sections themselves as a bit of decoration or space filler. If you didn't want to have to draw out all of the grids yourself, you could just print them off from something like Excel or Google Sheets or something similar, but it could be quite a fun and minimal theme. A theme which I think would be really fun, but I didn't have a lot of ideas of how to draw the decoration for it, was that of an emo theme. National Emo Day is celebrated on the 19th of December, and I very much remember really loving the kind of aesthetic and vibe that went with emo culture, but not really fitting into it myself, thus calling myself a Wemo or a wannabe emo. But I'm thinking of decorations like the characters from Pon and Z, a lot of black, white, and red, broken hearts, the obligatory side fringe that gave half of a generation lazy eyes, all of that kind of stuff. I'm very much thrown back to the idea of MySpace top 9s, chucks, skinny jeans, all of that kind of thing. One of the things that I also associate with the old school emo cartoon picture, that kind of thing, is the vignette that you get around the outside. So I've tried to do some of that just using some very fine lines with micron pen, effectively just cross-hatching it from both directions so that those corners are darkened. This was surprisingly easy to do, and I think that it adds to the overall look. Going a little bit more celebratory for this theme idea though, you could do a New Year's Eve theme. Now this could be done with fireworks, or if you have any particular traditions or celebration styles that you like to do on the last day of the year, then putting in some decorative elements related to that would be really fun. I decided just to do little tinking champagne glasses for the idea of ringing in the new year with a glass of champagne. Rather than colouring these ones in with the water-based markers, which I've done for the rest of our colour palettes, on this one in particular I wanted to use some gold paint, and you'll have seen that I also used it on our cupcake to add some sparkles on top of that too. As said, all of the equipment is linked in the description box, so if you want to grab your hands on this paint, that's where to check. I find it works a lot better than a gold gel pen to really add some shine to your page. While these theme ideas were picked specifically because they relate to things happening in December, if you are still on the lookout for more theme inspiration, then the playlist we have on screen here is where it's at. In those ones we have a bunch of other great theme ideas that you can use in your journal, so click or tap on that one and I'll see you over there.